All right, now to solar energy. If you're into it, you have to wonder what happened to SunEdison, right? I mean, it was the poster child for this sort of thing, and now it's filed for bankruptcy. I'm not saying it's another Solyndra, but it does raise questions about what seems to be a promising field if you're looking at clean energy, but that can't seem to make clean money. Jim Nelson is with Sunworks. He's the CEO there. Big into solar panels and the like. They do make money. They do have a pretty good business model. So, Jim, it's good to have you.
Thanks a lot.
How does it differentiate from what SunEdison, Solyndra, all of these other guys ran into?
Sure. Let's focus on SunEdison since they're the news of the day.
Yeah.
SunEdison's model really was focused on using power purchase agreements and leases to fund the installations of their customers, and so it was third-party ownership, and that required a lot of capital to go into their business, and they didn't make money, so they lost many millions of dollars of profit over the years. So
what do you do to avoid that?
And we sell the systems to the people that we work with. We believe in customer ownership.
Themselves?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So we believe in customer ownership because that's in the best interest of the customer. They end up, if you have third-party ownership, the third party gets to take advantage of the ITC. And
what's ITC?
The investment tax credit, I'm sorry. And when you own the system, the value of your house goes up.
Do you make the panels themselves?
No, we're technology agnostic. So we work with other panel manufacturers and other technology manufacturers.
So what part do you do?
We do everything but manufacturing. So we sell the system, we design the system, we install it, we source the parts.
So you have a 40-story building, you're wondering you want to put solar panels up top. We're going to make this law in California. You will look at the configuration, what they need, and order accordingly. Correct,
and we'll make the installation and take care of it for them.
All right. As solar panel technology evolved to the point where it's not as bulky as it used to be, the rap against it is it hasn't advanced. You say what?
Right, it's advanced substantially. If you look over the last 10 years, it's night and day. And so the efficiency of the solar panels is substantially increased to the point where in 42 states it's at grid parity with the low-cost alternatives.
All right, when you say it's advanced, all I can remember as a kid is when we were joking about it before, when Jimmy Carter put them all over the West Wing. Ronald Reagan came in and took them all down because they seemed bulky and efficient. You know the little rap, you had to have a sunny day to utilize them. Where have we gone now?
There's a practical maximum to how much the solar system can produce in terms of power, but it's twice as good now as it was, say, 6-8 years ago. And so the result is that if you compare the cost of having a solar system to the cost of buying electricity from the utility, it's actually favorable to buy a solar system.
Did you ever get the sense that in the administration's push, for example, for clean energy, which is fine, they were originally all in on all energy, which I'm for, wind, solar, whatever. Then it seemed to say not so coal, not so much, traditional fossil energy. And I'm looking at Saudi Arabia and all the countries we're kind of in hock to for this sort of stuff. And I'm wondering, is that a wise strategy? Shouldn't we as a country be all in on all of the above?
I think the most important thing we can do is become energy efficient and energy sustained by ourselves. Because the most important thing we can do is quit funding the countries in the Middle East who are against us. But if we are energy independent, I think it's a great situation for us. And solar particularly is becoming more and more efficient.
Do you ever also, when you look at this and you look at what happened to some of the other players in the business, how do you avoid that? I mean, you've got to go and grow and expand your business. It means a lot of capital up front. What do you do?
Well, like I said, our approach is to actually sell the systems to the customer.
But it does require to build it, roll it out, and all of that, right?
Yeah, there's capital, obviously, anytime you grow. In fact, we grew 166% last year, but we were positive cash flow. So we didn't rely on capital coming from the market to help us be growing and profitable and so forth. And we'll continue to grow, and we hope to continue to be positive cash flow. And the way we do that is by selling the systems to the customers and operating efficiently. In the end,
Would one president more than another make a difference?
No, it won't.
Or one party more than another?
The conservatives are behind the business growth. And, of course, the Democrats are behind clean energy. It doesn't really matter who's president. Solar is going to be the fastest growing business in the world, we believe, for the next 20 years.
I find that anyone who has a chance to make money in this business, they don't really care whether they're Republican or Democrat. It's not red or blue, it's green.
That's true.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Jim Nelson, Sunworks CEO.